to another episode of Classic Dallas Cowboys Talk. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ is Lord. Let's not waste no more time. Let's get right to it. So, there was a running back named Curvin Richards. Played for the Dallas Cowboys for 2 years. Okay. So, he was drafted in 1991 out of Pittsburgh, the same school that Mark Stepnoski went into. So he and Mark Stepnoski were teammates at the University of Pittsburgh and the Dallas Cowboys for a few years. Okay. So he was injured for much of his rookie season. And so as a rookie, he received only 2 carries. So the primary backup to Emmitt Smith, but they also had Ricky Blake too. So next year, 1992, Cowboys have a breakthrough. And if you read Jeff Perlman's book, according to Boys Will Be Boys, Richards as a kid hated running. Curvin Richards hated running. He would often stay in the house or whatnot, while the other kids were outside playing soccer or whatnot. And but as he grew older, started playing football, he became a pretty good running back at the University of Pittsburgh. So, but they said there was one fatal flaw with Richards. Absent-mindedness, okay? They would say things like, I believe the Cowboys, their planes always took off from Dallas-Fort Worth, I believe, okay? Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, if I'm not mistaken. They told Curvin Richards was told that it was at another airport. And guess what? He missed the plane. The Cowboys had a running joke in the locker room. They hung a banner. Not hung a banner, but had a flyer that said, "Go to Kroger's for your free Thanksgiving turkey," or something like that. And Curvin Richards went to the supermarket. That was one of the oldest tricks in the Dallas Cowboys clubhouse. Okay. So not only that, Curvin Richards would forget little things like his helmet. Okay. He wouldn't take notes during meetings, and he just had a really arrogant attitude that turned off the running backs coach, Joe Brodsky. Okay. He really irked Joe Brodsky. Okay. And Mark Stepnoski was quoted as saying, Curvin was a fuck up. Okay. If you can't trust him to do anything, why would Jimmy Johnson trust Curvin Richards to run with the football? Now, I said earlier, as a rookie, he received only 2 carries. Okay, and he was injured his rookie year, so fumbles were not an issue. But I believe in 1992, he had 52 carries that year, and he fumbled 3 times. Okay. And Darren Woodson also said they did this drill in practice where nobody was there to block the safeties. Okay. And he would say to the safeties, and Jimmy Johnson would say to the safeties, okay, I want you to knock the hell out of him. Okay. And then he would say to Curvin, hold on to that ball. So Darren Woodson said sometimes he did, oftentimes he didn't. when he didn't hold on to the ball. You talk about the wrath of God coming down. God damn, motherfucker. What the hell? So, last game of the season, Chicago Bears. Last game of the 1992 season. Emmitt Smith wraps up the scoring. Emmitt Smith wraps up the rushing championship. Okay. And Curvin Richards scores his first touchdown. The Cowboys have their reserves in the game. Burline tosses Richards a ball. He fumbles. Bears recover. So Michael Irvin recalls that. Michael Irvin says, I remember when Richards fumbled. Jimmy said, don't you fumble this ball again. You fumble this ball again, I'm gonna... And then he goes out and fumbles again. Steve Burline handed him off the ball, and he fumbled, which was picked up by Chris Orridge, and ran in for a touchdown. Okay. Which almost made Jimmy Johnson have a nervous breakdown, because Tony Wise remembers that very well. The offensive line coach during they had time for the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Wise, he recalled Jimmy Johnson was about to have another breakdown. And of course, he gets cut the next day. Michael Irvin recalls that. Michael Irvin says, we had this game won. We killed Chicago. But was Jimmy serious? No letting down here. And he cut the guy the next day. Okay. So, Jimmy was going to cut Curvin Richards, but Jerry Jones was like, hey, let's sleep on it. But Jimmy had his mind made up. And so the league office called Jimmy. The league office called Jimmy and said, hey, it's kind of weird that you're cutting the guy at the end of the season. You know he's going to get his share of the playoff money. He's going to get his championship ring because he finished a season with y'all. Yeah. A little bit hit a spit. Anyway, he said, yeah. It's a weird time, but I just want Richards away from us. He didn't want Curvin Richards nowhere near. Okay. And so when Curvin Richards was told of that, he was cut. He said, okay. Cleaned out his locker and left. And James Washington, safety for the Dallas Cowboys, was quoted as saying, Jimmy gave him plenty of warnings. He gave Curvin Richards plenty of warnings. What else was he supposed to do? Yeah. Jimmy warned him plenty of times, but like James Washington said, what else was he supposed to do? Okay. All right. That's it. And that's all for Classic Cowboy Talk. Sean Farrell. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace out. God bless.